New perspective outlook. Welcome again to the new perspective outlook. Where we are. Where we see behind the normal things. This is the outlook. New perspective outlook method. Your breakthrough outlook, which a lot of people receive in their breakthrough outlook. And if you never join, or you never listen to one of my videos, I'm a bioelectrician. I don't teach. I maintain and I repair and I share. Always have things to share. And the topic, most times, so simple and easy to understood. As I say, welcome. And this is the new perspective outlook. The new perspective outlook method, which is embrace hungry. And when you embrace hungry, you embrace what is within you. That's something from outside. The charge, which is electricity, have to come from outside. Whether your main charge is the oxygen, your light, like your sunlight, give your ultimate charge too. But your food have to come from outside. It is like motivation. But the hunger is inspire. It's like the inspiration.
Like the Uncle Stanley takes.
So
Uncle Stanley takes and give you something.
So when you embrace the hungry, which is awesome for the ultimacy of the body, keeping the body fully charged. And whenever you keep the body fully charged, you control the perception. And when you control the perception, you open the executive center of the brain
And give again.
so you can make decision. And you control the decision. And you control the action. Like so simple as know how to stay hungry and embrace and endorse it. Because this is the way you get yourself fully charged to the high potential. And if you get yourself fully charged, you can control your goal. You know how to put these goals together to create a business. How to put these goals together to create new money. A lot of people can't create new money. And they are living the environment where they can create the money, but they can't. And all these things cause from low voltage. That's the number one reason. And when you have low voltage and the executive center not working, you don't know what to endorse. You endorse lies. And they put you into a world where we are being fooled. Not me, you are being fooled that lie is not important. And it's a useful commodity. It is so useful. Because it is a security. That's why it is so useful. And they put you into this world, not me, where you're not embracing the thing you're supposed to embrace. You've been set up about happiness. And they lie to you all this time about happiness. Because this is the way they can have you in control. So they don't let you know that how important it is for you to control your own perception. And that is why people want the new perspective outlook to teach. No teaching. We want to share. Because most of the thing you live by today is because they teach it to you. So you learn nonsense and don't know what to embrace. So when the new perspective outlook let you know that happiness, you only get 9, a little bit over 9, close to 10% have happiness in your DNA, and that is what within you. For you to get happiness, it is when you get yourself fully charged. Control your perception. Open up. Control your perception. Open up the executive center. So you will realize that happiness is a prey. And you are the predator. So you don't sit down and wait for happiness. You have to pray and happiness. And the only place you can find happiness, the only place, and no one can challenge it. No one. The only place you can find happiness is within a addiction. There is no place. And that is why the people who addict to alcohol, they're so happy. The people who addict to narcotic, cocaine, opium, name all the drugs, they are so damn happy. Because they addict. Thanks. Because they damn addict. And that is the only place the damn happiness is lie. Some people get it from church. But they got to make sure you're addict to this church. Whether it be Joel Osteen or whosoever you want to name it. Because you will never find happiness, or yes, you know you're a predator. So you got to look your prey. Your prey can be marijuana. Your prey can be sex. But you have to have an addiction. Yet you can have no happiness. People die, leave this world. People will die and never happy. Because of security and shame. They lie. Because the lies of security. A lot of people speak every day, and that's a security. They lie. They lie with fashion. Fashion is the liest thing. Because some people like myself, I'm not pretty. I'm lying. This is not me. So I'm involved in this one. We lie every day. Everybody's a liar. What happened? What happened? As I said, the new prospective outlook. You heard me? Yeah, you heard me. But this is what happened when we get the wrong teaching. And people always want the wrong teaching. But when you share, that's what the new prospective outlook do. Share. So we don't try to avoid the available and try to seek the unavailable. And try to seek the unavailable. And this is what people do. That's why a lot of people can't embrace hunger. So they live their life all this time low voltage. And when you have low voltage, you come down with a whole lot of ailment. Ailment. You can name all these kind of ailment you're going to come down with, because when you're fully charged, and when you make yourself charged with the high potential, you can see your value. You know to step in and tap into your value. Everywhere you go, people can see your value. Your value speak for itself. You call that the teleologs, the teleologies, the mean and your worth. People can look at you and they can see the mean and the worth. So you don't avoid the available, and you try to seek what is that really available to you. And that is how a lot of people go around and get themselves messed up. And every day the voltage get lower and lower and lower and lower. And when they get too low, then the ailments start to develop, because they come down with this emotional baggage. Stress, expect things to happen without work. Expect to have goal without work. Expect to get money dropped from the skies. Expect to just gifted every day. And that is what causes all these kind of ailment, because of the low voltage. But when you're fully charged, A person who fully charged know the importance of telling lie, because they use lie as a security. They know how to create happiness because they know they have to pray and happiness. They know that happiness have to come from addiction. They tap into the past. They live into the present and they tap into the past, and they know what today, which is the addiction, usually be taboo. Some is still taboo. They realize they don't live into a one-sided world. Fantasy and no pain. Or pain and no fantasy. Some people live into a one-sided world. They got pain, right you? Because they're trying to mimic themselves and think that's the addiction. To live by pain. That's the addiction, to live by pain. But the new prospective outlook I'm sharing and it is so simple. Because as Bob Marley said, you can suss out this for yourself. You can suss it out for yourself. You can realize, easy you can realize, that your life you live in now, you avoid the available and you seek the unavailable. Hungry always available to you.
35 more minutes. 35.
The hungry is always available to you. And that is what the body wants. This is what the body wants, to make sure your system is keeping charge. This is what the whole system needs, to make sure the physiology of the body always waiting for your body to get hungry, to get the body charged. Always. That's how the physiology works. Because the body run by physics. You run by electricity. You run by current. You got to charge. You got to fully charge. Every human being, your food is not what run you. You run by current. Your body waiting to get charged, to get out all these ailments. All these ailments, your body waiting on to get them out. Every one of them. Cancer, every one of them. It's waiting. It's waiting. It's waiting to see you purify the brain. I get it really cleansed. Because that's what the hungry do. The hungry need to cleanse the brain. Clean the whole system for the next meal. That's the reason why it is within. The food coming from out. It is within. Everybody, every human being waiting on it. The animals got to do that. They got to do that. That's why some animals, they say they chew their cud. They got to do that to create that digestive system. They know to stay hungry, to get their body charged. The wrong teaching is what get we where we are. So we don't know what to embrace. We don't know what to embrace. Nobody teach us to lie. Nobody tell us we should know to stay hungry. Nobody tell us we should not run 24 hours without hungry. You run 24 hours, full all the way up. How the system gonna repair? How it gonna repair? It can't repair. It need to empty out. How it gonna repair? How the system gonna repair? It need to recharge. It need to recharge. And it is so simple. It is so simple. It is so simple. It is just simple practice. The new perspective outlook method. Embrace hunger. Embrace it. You don't have to go and say you're gonna cleanse, you're gonna clean out all your good microbes. The hunger is what clean you. The hunger is what build you, not the food. Because that's what make the current flow through the system. That's what clean the brain. That's what clean the gut. When the gut and the gut and the brain clean, the skin clean, because the blood clean. So these worms in the gut do their work. This is a new perspective outlook. People who try the new perspective outlook reaping benefit. It is a breakthrough outlook. The quality result they get from this. Don't even mention the people who using the product, which is the bioelectric food. Don't mention. Some say they feel like flying. They gotta feel like they're flying. Because that's when the brain fully charged and clean. No fatigue. Get the gut clean, the blood clean. How you gonna feel? You're gonna feel charged. And you make the hunger your number one addiction. Because when you add it to something else like alcohol, drugs, it lifts the serotonin. It builds dopamine. So that is what keep you high. But these things are already in the gut. And when you pack the gut with all kind of garbage, because the food we eat is garbage, everything it is garbage, it is taboo. But we got to taboo. And when you take too much, the dopamine, the serotonin covered, it won't work. So you won't feel that feeling of relaxation. You can't feel it. So when you pray and that hungry, it is inside. You're already inside. It's already inside. It is within. So you don't gotta seek the unavailable. You have it available to you already. And when you pray in it, you're gonna get the dopamine. You're gonna get the serotonin. And when you're fully charged, and you're the conscious side, when you're unconscious and low voltage, you got to make something as your addiction. You got to make something as your addiction. I don't know what it is, but you got to make something as your addiction. So what you do? You leave the available and seek the unavailable. So that's why you seek the cocaine. So that's why you seek the alcohol. So the low voltage is what get you messed up. But where you start from? I won't sell anyone in the product, which I call the bioelectric food, without you got to go and indulge. You have to embrace hungry. Because the product works when you embrace hungry. That's how it works. So if somebody bought my product and they say, Prof, this is not working, I would know you're not following the protocol. Because I know the feedback mechanism that you're supposed to get. So if you're going to put shame and pride and guilt before, and you can stand up for pain, because what the product do, it give you a lot of lesser pain. I don't feel pain no more. I just have my meal about 45 minutes ago. Because I'm not feeding myself, I'm feeding these worms. I run by electricity, I don't run by food. And the product is herbs and sea moss. And when I said herbs, I'm talking about mushrooms too. And sea moss. I don't feel hungry, but I'm hungry. I go hours. I enjoy the pain so much
Suffering.
that it is fantasy now.
Fantastic.
It is. Reaping all the benefit. As I said, I share. And I like to serve. I enjoy serving. I serve my kids. I serve you, man. I like to serve. And this is what I share in. The New Perspective Outlook. I love to share. I'm a server. I can't teach these things. These things are what I have to share. And they are all within you. Because hungry is within you. So I can explain it to you. That to be happy, you have to have an addiction. To be happy, you have to don't have a one-sided world. You have to know that the world is not one-sided. It is both pain and pleasure. And you will never get a one-sided world. You got to have an addiction. You got to know that you're a part of the ecosystem. So you're all a predator and prey. We are not running around in the wild no more as humans. But the wild running around we. So you can prey on the happiness. Because it's got to be an addiction. Without addiction, you will find it. You can't find it. To reap the good addiction, which is the number one addiction, which humanity is supposed to have, is hungry. And you will get all the fulfillment you need. It purifies you so much. It makes you fulfill so much. Because you're not running after no food. Food is always abundant. Because while the wild running around we're not running through the wild no more. So you got to get food. You don't let food worry you. You don't let food worry you. So when you addict to hungry and get your brain, the executive center of the brain open up. You see all the decision and the action you're supposed to take. Even a simple decision of telling a lie. Because lies are security. You see all the decision you're supposed to make. The perception is clear. You see the goal. You see the way to make the new money. You see the way to create a good relationship. You see the way to create a good partnership. And call the person your spouse. When the perception open up, you will know that one day the same person is supposed today, and you have the executive center working. You don't mess up yourself, whether you're the female or the male. And if you see that person want to go back on the market, if that person want to go back on the market, you allow them to go back on the market. Especially if you are the male and she's a female, allow her to go back on the market. And understand that a man is just consumer. But without the executive center open, you won't realize that you're the man. You men, you're consumers. So when a woman wants to leave and go back on the market, you lower her. You go back to trading. You're always going to be the consumer. So the new perspective outlook, as I said, I share. I like serving. I'm a part of the team. I am a part of the team. Like to serve. I have no problem serving.
Okay. 18 more minutes.
I love to serve. I am a server. I am. I am. So as I said, I just want people to understand that when the focus is low, the perception can't work. It is darkness. The perception need light. You're not so mystic to use your third eye. You won't see through that darkness without a third eye. When you let the system fully charge to the highest potential, there's no darkness, even when the third eye working. There's no darkness. You enjoy seeing the light. You're open up to any conversation. A lot of people who maybe look at one or two of these videos maybe get confused because of the unconscious state. And the unconscious state leads to more darkness. So when you listen, you will say to yourself, oh, make no sense listening. But what in this universe don't make no sense? Everything makes sense. Everything. Because there's no one-sided to it. And you can't expect to have a one-sided world. Because if you have a one-sided world, that's only going to be you in this world. The world can't be one-sided. It can't be. It will never please and be a one-sided world. So that's why some of the things you see as taboo, they are not. And some, which is not taboo today, they usually be.
Daddy.
Hmm?
I want to make that Sunday. I want to make that Sunday.
This.
Alright.
They're usually taboo. Well, as I said, this is the new perspective outlook. So some people, there's a lot of people with a lot of ailment and
Daddy. 14 more minutes. 14.
what the fuck happened to you? Leave me alone now.
Okay.
Some of these people sooner or later they will realize it's gonna take time for them to realize. Some people are gonna realize when they get ill. It's just like some people never run to the herbalist until they can't walk. But I'm a bioelectrician, so I will always tell them what to do. I don't think when your body low voltage, you can later get it charged. Or your age, you still can be charged. Still can be charged. Life still need current. Life still need current. And you can get a charge. And it's simple to get a charge. That's the reason why you see a lot of people when they ill. A lot of people going through some ailment. And the physiology of the body. They can't eat. I see babies. I see 2-year-old, 3-year-old, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9-year-old kids. Well, they can't eat. I always say to parents, leave them alone. They don't want no food. Let them empty out themselves and they will get well. That's the reason why a lot of people don't realize. They say they're vomiting. The kids vomit. Why the kids vomit? Do you ever try to realize why the kid vomit? Or what you want to call it? Why the baby puke? The baby got this milky product when they came queen properly. They get the breast milk. Most time the breast milk more go down. Become more electrified than the cow pus. And when they send it down, they got to put them on their face. They can't put them on the back. They put them on their face to see if they can let it, when it coming up, it don't drown them. Because it go right into the brain. It will stifle them. Because the system, they pump the baby up with those formula. And those formula go down. And the system, the physiology of the body don't want it to stay. So it comes up. Because the baby is like a hill person. Can't do much for themselves. When a kid, if that a baby, getting ill, what happen? That kid don't want to eat. Because if he eat, he will not get well because the charge is the oxygen. And most of the time, all they need is open space. And let them stay hungry and get themselves charged. I see kids, 5-year-old, 6-year-old kids, and people call me. What herb they should do. And I say, yeah, what you do? Bring that kid, this kid vomit all day, he weak. No, in a week. He soon revive. Bring that kid to the sun and let it run around. If I check back on that kid tomorrow, he gone to school. He vomit up all, take up all these things from the stomach. Because that is not for you. That is for the worms. And let those worms, if there's a virus, if there's a bug, when that bug go in, these worms, these parasites, clean it up. Eat those bugs. Eat those bugs. And the kids up and running tomorrow. Get the fully charge. Getting fresher, cleaner, better oxygen into the system. Through the blood. Strengthen the microbes. And everything clear up. I don't have to tell you a lie. And say I got to sell you something for those kids. Simple thing. And you get it clear and the kid clear up. But this stuff in the system after comes out. If it don't come out, how you gonna stay hungry? I tell you that you dehydrate. You don't dehydrate. So we are half the whole time teaching and look into the new prospective outlook. We are human. We are our own doctor. If you want to get doctor. We are human. It is so simple, it's so easy to take care of yourself. But if you don't know, you're going to let you don't pay yourself no attention. And when you're low voltage, you're not going to pay yourself no attention. Because you look into a further world when you're already in this world. And you don't have to look no further than right where you are. You don't have to look no further. But when you don't understand the darkness, the unconscious state, and the wants and the needs. All these is just a mechanism from the unconscious, the dark side. But when you're fully charged, you can't have problem like these. You're fully running. The perception, you have control of it. When you have control of the perception, you control the decision and your action. So you don't go around and just nyam 6 meals a day. For what reason? The worms don't eat so many food. You don't run by food. You don't run by food. You want to see how long you can go hungry and embrace it. That's what's wrong you. It's not coming from outside. It is within. It is. So we could live into this world and we think that we run by food. What a nonsense that is. What the trees, these plants run by? What they run by? What they run by? They run by electricity too. They run by electricity too. And we sat, and think that this food is what run us. And if you go on a hunger strike, you see how long you could go before you die. You see how long you could go. You see how long. And maybe if the person don't know, I hear that if they don't eat, they're gonna die. They maybe don't eat again. But so long as they know that blood pressure gonna drop, blood sugar gonna drop. But what's supposed to drop? It don't drop, it balance, it reach where it's supposed to go when it come down. So nobody could tell a lie that you got diabetes. Nobody could tell you a lie that you got diabetes. They can't say your sugar too high. And a lot of people who heard that their sugar is too high, when they use the method, especially if they use the product, all those nonsense clear up. How much leave?
3 minutes.
All those nonsense clears up. So the new prospective outlook, always share. And what I share is so simple. Nothing hard. I don't want you to go out and seek the unavailable. What I said is what is available to you. It is within you. As I say, all you need to do is embrace hunger and get yourself fully charged. Because the oxygen gonna charge you better. The food you eat, the particles from it, gonna charge you better. The microbes gonna be better. The peroxide in your body gonna heat what you eat is garbage. And they're gonna heat the dead cells, they're gonna clean the system and keep the gut real clean. And then you hop to the high potential. And then you hop to your highest potential. You get your fully charged. You don't need to run around and tell people you want. I hear a lady call me this morning, she want a cleanse. I say, I don't know what that is. What time you eat? I say, I'm going to give you a program. She can't sleep at night. Look at a simple thing as that. She can't sleep. And she know what happened, you know. She said to me, she have this stomach problem. She said, I think I eat too late. So I said, okay, well, she answering the question. I think I eat too late. But why you know the thing and you don't do it? You have what is available. And you try to seek what is not available to you?
Exactly.
What it is? Low voltage and conscious. So when you're conscious, which I said, the perception working, and when the perception working, you make decision. You know the action to take. That's what it is. That's the payoff. So she already know. But if she care about herself a little bit more, she would know that it's not the food, it's she. Because people go around and blame the food. You eat so much of this food. You praise so much on these dead things. Too much garbage. And you want to blame the garbage. You can't blame the garbage. You blame yourself. No, people think I'm taking away fantasy from them. I'm not taking away fantasy. It's not a one-sided world. You got to have pain and you got to have pleasure. You grow your kids without pain. They don't know about hungry. So what do you think they're gonna do? They can't appreciate you.
10 seconds.
They can't appreciate you, you know. And you never let them hungry. They snack all the days.
5.
All the time they snack.
4.
New perspective outlook.